Hello everybody and welcome to Aomori City in Aomori Prefecture, and today we are at the Sannai Maruyama Jomon Cultural Center, and it's a very beautiful building here, nice and modern, and we're going to be exploring this area today. Very nice building. Give you a quick look. It basically just wraps around. You can see the entrance here is on the left. They've got some tables and chairs, and the culture center itself just kind of wraps around. You can see it's glass all around. They even have a spiral staircase there. You can go up and connect on the overpass, and then yeah, this is the exit here. And of course there's a souvenir shop and a restaurant there. So anyway, let's go inside, and then I'll give you some more information about this place, the Jomon Cultural Center. So the Jomon people are really famous for their pottery, and right here it's a bigger-than-life replica of some Jomon pottery. And actually, you can see all the indentations right here. And what they would actually do would take a rope and then kind of roll it over the clay to make those patterns on the pottery. So here you can see this is the Jomon prehistoric sites in northern Japan. It was designated. Oh, hello. What do you have? Fish. Yes, she's got a fish. Yes. So this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was designated in the year 2021. And right now it's 2023. So they are celebrating their second anniversary of having that designation. So it's a good spot to come here and get your photo taken. You can wear the traditional clothes. Yes. Yes, big fish. Yes. So here they have the traditional clothes from the Jomon era, and they say that you're free to wear those as you walk around and explore the area. They also have some fish, some pottery, and a stick here. So it's a great place to just come and take some silly photos. And yeah, you're welcome to explore this area wearing the traditional clothes, which is actually what we did. So anyway, here's just a quick look down through the museum. It's a very nice building. They've got a theater on the left with some videos about the Jomon people, and then there was a museum. You could see a lot of artifacts and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to take you to the main area though, and it is the archaeological excavation area, and then we'll learn a little bit more about the Jomon people. Okay, let's go. Okay everybody, so welcome to the archaeological site of the Sannai Maruyama Jomon Cultural Center. And so this archaeological site is the largest and one of the most complete villages from the Jomon period. So Jomon refers to the period in Japanese history. It's very, very old, prehistoric times. So that would be about 13,000 BC to the year 300 BC. So very, very long time ago. So we're talking about ancient history here. So this is kind of an overview of the archaeological site. And actually they were going to build a baseball field here, and they just kind of stumbled upon it by accident. And then, yeah, it had over 700 buildings and houses, different structures, roads, and burial pits and things like that. So it was just kind of by accident that this place was found. So yeah. We're going to walk around this area here. I'm going to show you some of the highlights. I'm not going to show you everything, but you can see some quite large structures here, and we'll learn a little bit more about this area. And if you look there in the distance, I think that is the Hakoda mountain range. And I just went there yesterday, actually, but just outside of Aomori City in Aomori Prefecture. It's a very, very beautiful mountain. I made a video there, so if you want, if you're interested, please check out that video. But today we're here at the Jomon Cultural Center, so please stick around and let's explore this together. Okay, see ya. Okay, so the first thing is these small buildings here. They're called pit buildings. As you can see, they're kind of built into the earth. And I'm not really sure. I don't think they were houses, but maybe. Well, let's see if we can go in. Actually, it's really narrow to get inside, but yeah, I think it was a house, actually. So you can see they had a place for a fire on the inside. So this, these buildings, they really remind me of like a teepee. Traditional Native American houses. And it said that these buildings date back to the year 3000 BC. And this one was actually reconstructed by an elementary school, a nearby elementary school. So these are some of the, they call them a pit building, the English signs here. So anyway, yeah, they look like small houses for people. So here it is. So the Jomon people, they lived in northern Japan, northern Tohoku, and southern part of Hokkaido. And yeah, there are many sites like this spread out over the region. I think it's about 20 or more sites like this. And they're all World Heritage sites. But by far, this is the #1 place to come and learn more about the Jomon era and the Jomon people. So I'm going to walk over and show you a few more highlights. So let's keep going. See ya. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you, you can see these little mounds. I guess you could call them mounds, but they are graves. So this is what it looked like when they buried people during the Jomon time. And then over here you can see some traditional buildings, and in English it's called a pillar supported building. So you can see they are up on stilts. Of course, they're made of thatch, you can see here. And then on the inside, something like that. So anyway, they got several of these pillar supported buildings, and they would just build these really deep holes in the ground so that it would be supported like that. So you can see a few of these buildings here from the side. So a lot of these buildings all of the buildings are reconstructions. So it's just ruins. The archaeologists they found a lot of things buried, and based on their knowledge they could kind of reconstruct it to make it look what it must have looked like back in those days. So anyway, I'm going to show you a few more things, so let's keep going. See you soon. Okay, and you may have noticed in the background, you can see here at the archaeological site, you can see some of these modern buildings. And yeah, this is not a recreation of what some of the Jomon period buildings look like, but in fact, those are not refrigerated, but very well cooled buildings. And on the inside, it is the actual ruins going back to the Jomon period. So you can see that it's being very well preserved and kept in its original form, so it doesn't deteriorate. And then this is probably the most recognizable image of this archaeological site. You can see this tower, and this is a recreation, but it's based on a lot of data that they have to reproduce what it must have looked like at that time. And then there's another building over there. We're going to go over there in just a few minutes. But here is another kind of modern building. Again, the actual remains are on the inside, and we're going to go in and check that out. But I'm not going to talk when I go in because there are some other people in there. But what you're going to see are the actual holes that held this tower. So that's a recreation, but this is going to be the real thing, the holes, and then based on how deep the holes were, we can guess how big and how tall that structure actually was. So let's go in and see the actual ruins. So those holes were about 2 meters wide and 2 meters deep, or about 6.5 feet wide, 6.5 feet deep. So based on that information, we can guess that the tower looks something like this. And yeah, so anyway, let's go over here and check out this very large building as well. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I showed you the pit buildings earlier, and this is also called a pit building, but it's called a large pit building. It is longer than 10 meters, so it's almost 30 feet long. It's quite large, and it was just a gathering place, so people came here and maybe had meetings, or kind of like a modern day community center or something like that. So let's go in. I'm not going to talk, but let's go and walk around and see what it looks like. Looks like some kind of fireplace. They got some seats for people. It's pretty nice. So it's estimated this is about 2,800 years ago. I'm sorry, the year 2,800 BC. So pretty impressive architecture considering the time. Okay, everybody, this is the Sannai Museum. I'm going to take you through here very quickly. I'm not going to do much talking, but I think the pottery is one of the main things to see. So let's go in and check it out. So you can see there are a lot of artifacts here from the Jomon period. And just a lot of information about their daily life, how they went hunting. And it's called Ento pottery. And here you can see the location of the Jomon people in Japan. And very nice panels as well. But it's in Japanese only, so. And then I believe it's just over here. So you can see it's just the building itself is super nice, very modern. Yeah, they got workshop rooms here. This is workshop room number 2. And you can see people actually making their own Jomon pottery. So pretty cool museum. And then of course the gift shop here. Temporary exhibitions. And then over here is the restaurant. And this is where we had lunch today. Pretty nice restaurant. And the menu includes food that is inspired by the Jomon, the food that they ate in the Jomon period. But I don't really think so. For me, I had chicken curry and rice. So I don't think that's what the Jomon people ate. But anyway, it was very good. And the service was fast. And yeah, so it's very nice to come here, spend the day, and then have lunch here as well. So very nice place to come and visit. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Okay, everybody. Actually, we're still in Aomori City, and we're going to include one more place here in Aomori City that is a famous place to visit. And in Japanese, it is called the Aomori Gyosai Center, or in English, it's usually called the Furukawa Fish Market. So Aomori is at the very northern tip of Honshu Island. And of course, there's a big fishing industry here, and it is a port city, and this is one of the fish markets. It's a very old traditional fish market, and it's got an interesting system here. And here you can buy tickets. It says you can buy 12 tickets for 2,000 yen, that's about $20, or one ticket for 170 yen, which is about $1.70. And you get these tickets, and you buy some rice, like this. You can buy a small or large. And you take the tickets, and then you can go around the market, use your tickets, usually 1 or 2 tickets, and you can get different types of seafood. And then you put the seafood on top of the bowl of rice. You can see. Of course, they sell more than just fish here. Over here on the left, we've got apple juice, which is very famous here in Aomori, which is the #1 producer of apples in Japan. But lots and lots of seafood here. You do not have to follow that system. If you want to buy it and take it home, you can. So probably this was just caught this morning and brought in. So pretty much any kind of fish you can think of. And they also have pork. Not pork, they have beef. So not just seafood, but they do have some beef. So I guess for about 2,000 yen, you can have a really nice meal with super, super fresh fish on a bowl of rice. They also sell other things too. You can see some vegetables and things like that. And then they have tables set up. So here on the left, you can see you can just sit down and eat your meal here. You cannot take the meal home. So if you buy it, you gotta eat it here before you leave. Looks like some cheese pudding. That looks really good. And here it is, the Furukawa Ichiba, or the Furukawa Fish Market. Yeah, and there it says Nok Don, which is the name of the bowl of rice with different types of fish that you choose to put on top. There are some other markets around Japan that have a similar system, but usually at the other markets it's just like a one-off or a special day or something like that. However, here they do it every day. Every day that the market is open, you can come here and have Nok Don. So yeah, you can see vegetables, beef, seafood, many different things. And that's pretty much it. So we're not going to eat here. Actually, we had lunch at the Jomon site. So. But if you're in Aomori City, I think this would be a great place to come and have lunch if you want to try the local seafood. All right, let's cross the street here. And we will finish our video of Aomori City. So, right here. Okay. Do you have anything to say? The Jomon?
What is that? Sannai Maruyama 遺跡に来ました。すごい。ぜひ行ってみてください。勉強になりました。
What about the fish market?
美味しそう。私たち食べてないけど、また来た時はね、食べましょうか。
Yeah, I think it would be a good place if you want to try the local seafood. And you can just pick and choose whatever you want. So just get the tickets, and then you can get whatever you want. So anyway, I think this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. This was Aomori City and Aomori Prefecture. We went to the Jomon site and the fish market here, the Furukawa Fish Market. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please click like. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram or on Twitter. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.